let's do a 1-ball acrylic overlay. So we want to make this really simple for you guys. So I'm going to take some acrylic. I like the clear speed powder from Young Nails. I'll put a link below. What we're going to do first is we're going to take a cuticle pusher and we're going to push back all the cuticles. Now, normally I do this with my e-file, but I want you all to see you can do this whether you have an e-file or not. So I'm staying level with the nail, pushing the cuticles back and out of the way. Now I'm taking either a medium grit file or a medium grit arbor band, and we're gonna go through and remove the shine. So we're removing shine from the nail plate. Now this really does need to give you some texture. It can't be like, oh, I buffed it so that it's not shiny anymore, because that actually smooths it more. You can take the end of the file up by the cuticle to really make sure you've done it there. So we gave texture to the nail plate. I'm going to take a little brush with some alcohol or acetone. One thing it's doing is taking dust off, debris. The other thing is it's going to dehydrate that nail plate. We have to take off all the oils for this to work. You can see it dry to a chalky finish. That's exactly what we want. Now I'm going to lay down a paper towel to the side and I'm going to take my protein bond. This is a primer. Most acrylic systems have a primer. This is the Young Nails primer. And what it's going to do is it's going to go down in one layer and you're going to see it go from shiny to tacky, because we're going to need 2 coats. So it's soaking down into the texture you gave it, and then we're going to do our second coat and it's going to act like a double sticky tape and really suction down the product well into the nail plate. Now there's lots and lots of ways to do acrylic nails. This is just to show you a 1-ball acrylic overlay, and it's kind of a great quick little thing you can do to add strength to your nails. So when we get a ball here, I'm going to tip this powder to the side so I can grab it. The brush I'm going to use is a size 10 panna brush all the way down in your liquid. Come up the side, you just barely come up the side, don't press hard, and then I'm going to pull it through my powder to get a ball. And see how that powder becomes wet? That's what we want. I'm going to take our nail, I'm going to tip it down so gravity can help us, lay it at the cuticle. Now our responsibility here is to just fluff it like a pillow down the nail, just slowly training it. I'm staying very on top of the product, and I probably got a little bit too much, so I'm just going to wipe some of it off. Now, as it goes to a matte finish, that's when we can work with it a little bit more and press it into place. I'm going to use the end of my brush and I'm patting it down to make sure I have more of a flush transition from the cuticle. And you can see that apex or the stress zone that's a little bit higher. That's what we want. I'm going to work it down to the end. I probably still have a little bit too much product for this nail. So hopefully, yeah, I'm going to take some more off. Like that, and then we'll press the product down using the body of the brush so it has a nice bevel to it, coming out smooth from the cuticles and sidewalls, and then tapering itself down on the ends. Now with your acrylic brush, you are not wiping a ton. We're just mostly sculpting or patting, and then just a little bit of wiping here and there. Checking the free edge, checking from the side, make sure it's tucked in tight. Now we're gonna let this cure, and it's gonna go from shiny to matte, and from like a thud when you tapped it to like a nice kind of tap that you can audibly hear, which means it would be cured. In the meantime, I'm cleaning my brush off by wiping off all the excess and closing my bottles and lids and putting everything away so that when I file, I don't cross-contaminate or put dust into my product. I'm going to take this medium grit again along the free edge. I'm just fine-tuning that natural shape since this was a 1-ball overlay. It's over her natural length. Going from underneath, making sure I don't have too many extra edges. Just getting all that dust out for you. So hopefully this helped all of you. I'd love if you would subscribe and comment below how this is going for you. And we'll see you again with our next videos.